Caitlin and Sam, hi. How are you this morning?
Hey, Tony.
Good. Thank you, Tony. I've just started watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I'm a huge fan. Are you familiar with the franchise?
I am familiar with the franchise, and I know one of the women. I'm not going to tell you who, but I'm
Come on!
kind of embarrassed about it.
What? They're so cool.
It is an amazing show, similar to Bridge and Tunnel.
Exactly the same, yeah. Same attitude, same nails, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. How much do you love working with Edward Burns? What an incredible talent he is.
We're all obsessed with Ed Burns. I'm worried if we talk about it too much, it's going to freak him out. But we all have a communal adoration. We would all come home from set because we only have a few group scenes. So our days would splinter off. Like I'd be working heavily for a day. Sam was working heavily the whole time because he's the star. But we'd all come back and just regale each other with the compliments Ed was able to give us on the day. Because, Ed never says anything he doesn't mean. So when he says it, you're like, thank you.
It's true. And a lot of actors do work for compliments. I know that.
What else is there to work for?
It's part of SAG-AFTRA. Contractual.
Yeah.
Sam, tell me a little bit about your character and what you had to do to prepare to play him.
Jimmy Farrell. He's a photographer who just got a job, his dream job, to shoot for National Geographic, or rather work for National Geographic, and slowly work his way up, work with this really big photographer. He's very similar to my upbringing. He's a blue collar kid who spent his free time helping his dad paint and do all work on his car. My dad is a mechanic, so I grew up with a wrench in my hand before a script. Aside from not living in Long Island, I grew up in Queens. We're pretty damn similar. So this was, and we're both obsessed with Kate. So
yay!
Who isn't? Caitlin, tell me a little bit about your character and how she relates to you.
Jill and I are nothing alike. Jill is such a straight shooter. She's got no bullshit. We're both similarly interested and fixated on fashion, but that's kind of where the similarities end. She's just shoots from the hip all the time, doesn't dance around, isn't a show off, isn't a narcissist. So we're not the same at all. But she's a girl that she reminds me honestly of all the cooler girls I knew growing up, Long Island and certain parts of this, the East Coast of America, New York specifically, is not that dissimilar to Australian attitudes. Australians are a lot more friendly and tactile, and they want to grab you and hug you and kiss you without your consent a lot of the time. But there is this kind of no bullshit, a lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
And there's just girls that can fucking girls who can roll with the punches in a way that I don't know, they just always have 2 feet on the ground. And it's something that I do not. I am upside down most of the time. So, but that's probably because I'm just Australian,
In our final minutes that we have, and God bless you for giving me this time that you've given me already. We always talk about co-stars. You got some great co-stars, but your crew, you have one of the most amazing crew. I know some of the people on the crew, a gaffer or two, and what an amazing group of people to work with just in a series.
Yeah, big shout out to MGM and Epix for giving Eddie the resources to hire the people he wanted to hire, and that's why the show looks so beautiful. Kate has said it, but we were rushed just in COVID times, but they really made sure that they were everyone just brought it every day. There was no room for error, which was a little crazy at times, but also you saw what people were made of.
And Jeff Malstock, our DP, am I saying his last name correctly?
Yeah,
Sam? Yeah, you say his name and then I'll say what I was going to say.
Mully.
So it was his first time DPing. He'd been a camera operator up until, I'm sure he developed that language beforehand, but We had no idea. I thought he was like a seasoned director of photography and he was just like doing Ed a favor, you know, but
Do you remember when we found that out the last night? Like,
yeah,
we were just all shooting,
celebrating, and I was like, Glad, what?
like, yeah, this is my first time. I really, really great of Eddie to give me the opportunity. We were like, what?
Like, thank God they didn't tell us ahead of time.
Well, listen, you guys, thank you so much again for your time. It is an amazing series. Everybody needs to watch Bridge and Tunnel, and you guys are terrific. Have a great day.
We agree. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.